Northern Lighthouse is a small church in Lincoln, Nebraska with a big heart for prison reintegration ministry. One of the programs we offer is called Charity Auto Repair.
This program is big, and I believe that if there was more programs like this to help people, the world would be a better place.
The program itself is amazing just because we're helping people that can't otherwise help themselves.
We worked on cars, we worked on trucks, we worked on a variety of different vehicles, lawnmowers.
You know, you basically pay for the parts, and for a free will donation, you know, we'll put it on there for you.
We stress that they do need to supply the parts, and when there isn't the ability for them to supply the parts, we've tried to work stuff out with other agencies and have had fairly good luck with that.
It brings a great sense of pride to me knowing that we're helping somebody to be able to get their vehicle fixed when they can't afford it or they just need a helping hand.
But this ministry is not about cars. It's more about people.
One of the benefits is people actually come out here to get their car worked on and then end up in a spiritual conversation with somebody. And they experience that this is kind of a special family, and they begin to ask questions about worship.
A lady came out here one time, her car had to be fixed. She heard about us through, I think, a friend. She was leery about coming out here because it was a church. She wasn't very religious. She didn't really have any beliefs. I had a chance to meet with her and ask her about her car and what's going on, and she had a free meal here while her car is being fixed. I think when she left here, she seemed like more talkative. She had a smile on her face. She had a whole different understanding of what churches are.
I've been involved with Charity Auto for a little over a year now. Got started first by going to Northern Lighthouse Church from work release. Heard about Charity Auto from some of the guys that were coming out and people talking about it at church. Getting involved through the church and doing this, it was kind of a way to, you know, kind of give back to the community.
I became involved with Charity Auto about 6 years ago, coming from a work release environment. In that environment, we learned how to help others and learned how that process made us feel better about ourselves.
They helped me my first time getting my first vehicle after being incarcerated and at the center. And so now I want to give back what they've given me. But it's a great program that has taught me how to be responsible and a better person and to be the person who I am today.
My car, the fan was having issues, so they looked at that. It was an amazing environment. The people there were so friendly, and they provide food for the clients that are there. With the ladies in the kitchen, they were just extremely nice, and I couldn't believe how welcoming they were. It actually got me to go to Northern Lighthouse Church afterwards just because the people were so friendly. That was like one of the best decisions of my life because now I have a church family.
I got involved with Charity Autos through the RIP program. Then I actually through that, while I was at the center, I ended up going to church. The people here are great. They are patient. If you don't have full knowledge, they're willing to teach you. In the process of those challenges, it's teaching me patience. Great food. Can't talk enough about the food.
My dad called me up one day about 11 or 12 years ago. There's nobody to cook. We don't have a meal to put out. And I've got some guys that are hungry. And so I fed the guys and they loved it. I just started cooking once a month. And I've done that for the last 11 or 12 years. I love that, you know, a lot of my Charity Auto guys, they come in and out of here and they talk to me about their day. They talk to me about what's going on with their situation. And they look to me for advice.
I did 8 years in Tecumseh State Prison. Coming back out, it was a new environment. I didn't feel like I was a part of the community. With this program, it showed me that people rely on me, that I'm fixing these people's cars so they can get their children to and from school and help them, and it showed me that I mattered again.
They do have an old garage that they work with. There's only one opening and it's narrow and there's not a lot of room for tools. Typically they're working out in the parking lot.
We are in desperate need of funds to build a decent sized 3-stall garage. We need at least one lift so we can get the car up off the ground to do some of the work we want to do. We want to expand the tools so that when we're on here on Saturday, we can handle a higher number of cars.
If you'd like to be involved, there's different possibilities. One of them is putting up the new building, because we are planning to use volunteers, and the person who's kind of our head construction person is willing to work with volunteers. Another possibility is with cooking, and especially if you live locally here in Lincoln, home-cooked meals are big on Saturdays for the guys coming out from the center. We would really appreciate donations if the Lord leads you to want to contribute financially. You're going to be investing in something that has a lot of angles to it, with helping people out from community corrections to helping people who can't normally afford work on their car. Our goal is to raise $100,000, and we're partially there, but have a ways to go yet. There's 3 different ways that you could give. One is to go to northernlighthouse.net. A second option, if you're familiar with Facebook Messenger, is to use that. And then the third way is to mail a check. Charity Auto Garage, 6141 North 14th Street, Lincoln, Nebraska, 68521. And be sure to indicate that the donation is for the Charity Auto Garage. And thank you very much.